Check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Hi, what's going on, everybody? It's your host, GBs of Into the Square Circle Podcast. Good afternoon and good morning on a Thursday. How are you, my friends? One day, unless you're off tomorrow. And Labor Day weekend's approaching upon us, unless you got a 3-day weekend or maybe a 4-day weekend off. But hey, wherever it may be, thank you very much for joining me on your breakfast or lunch or wherever you may be watching. A little bit early for the WWE Clash in Paris previews and prediction, of course, which is going down this coming Sunday. This afternoon, Chicagoland area time. So check your local listings for your PLE, which I believe Clash in Paris will be the final Peacock PLE before they transfer over to the ESPN deal, which is going to go down September 20th next month, right? So here we are, man. Clash in Paris going down this weekend. A Labor Day weekend style, of course. And yeah, man, it's going to be good times. Anyway, hey, man, you know what, man? Will I be watching it this coming weekend? It all depends on my schedule. If you're living in Chicagoland area and there's a big old rock show going down at Soldier Field this coming Sunday and Monday, if you haven't heard or not. The System of Down and Avenged Sevenfold's playing at Soldier Field this coming Sunday and Monday, back-to-back nights. And I may go. I never seen System of Down. I never seen Avenged Sevenfold. They're both co-headlining this coming Sunday and Monday. I'm waiting on my tickets to show up. And maybe I'll see your happy asses there, man, because I'm pretty excited to see both bands. And that may be my plans either Sunday or Monday. So Clash in Paris is still pending on my schedule. But so far, that's my plan as of right now. I don't know yet. But I know what's confirmed this next Friday, September 5th, the Allstate Arena, WWE SmackDown, the final John Cena appearance. I will confirm my happy ass will be there. So if you happen to be at the Allstate Arena next Friday, if you're gonna be there, send me a DM or send me a comment if you're gonna be at the Allstate Arena next Friday. Hopefully we can catch up, have a drink, talk about a little bit of pro wrestling, maybe some rock and roll. So again, if you're gonna be at the Allstate Arena next Friday, September 5th, and you're gonna be there, send me a DM, man. I'd love to meet you, shake your hand, talk a little bit of pro wrestling, of course. And I'm pretty excited for next Friday, man, because if you know the history, and maybe you're a daily watcher, viewer, or listener on the podcast, scan the QR code, take the podcast to go. You probably heard the story millions and millions of times. I was there for John Cena's main roster debut, right? Ruthless aggression. Yeah, I was there, right? And I have the stuff to prove it. And to be there for his final time in the building, he made his debut. Yeah, of course I have to be there, right? Full circle for me as a fan. I'm pretty sure there's fans out there who were there that night back in 2002. And I'm pretty excited to be there for his final time entering the Allstate Arena September 5th next Friday. So if you happen to come out next Friday, hopefully I can see you guys there. Hopefully I'll see you guys at System of Down and Avenged Sevenfold at Soldier Field in beautiful Chicago this coming weekend. Hopefully I'll see you guys there as well. All right, so let's get into the actions. By the way, your host GB, so you have a Metal Maniac. If you don't know, check out my secondary podcast, A Lesson in Headbanging Podcast. If you're a fan of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal, I just dropped a new podcast reviewing the Pantera and reviewing the Summer Aloud Festival. So check it out today. And I should have my Linkin Park review coming up pretty soon on the podcast over there. So check it out today, Lesson and Headbanging Podcast. And I'm working on the website for this podcast, Into the Square Circle Podcast. I'm just kind of doing a lot of work on it, trying to get all my action figures catalog on there as well. So stay tuned on that as well. All right, so let's get into the action here, man. The WWE Clash in Paris going down, as I mentioned, this coming Sunday afternoon time here in Chicagoland. So check your local listings. May vary on your time. as I mentioned, the final time on Peacock. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen with you guys. Wikipedia, my favorite website where there's the most honesty, the most trustworthy website on the line. And let's check out the current card for WWE's Clash in Pairs. So let's head on over there right now. There we go. You see right there. It will be in Navarrete, France. I assume it's probably in the outside suburbs of Paris, France. Paris, La Défiance Arena. Ooh, cigarette. Oh, man, I love that movie, man. Was that Steve Martin? The Pink Panther, man. I love that movie. Anyways, move on here. 5 matches total. Fairly short, right? And she did not say that to me. I like short pay-per-views, man. And look, I love AEW quality pay-per-views, but they're too fucking long, man. 15 matches, damn near 15 hours long. I like to keep 5 matches short. And 2 hours minus the commercials? All right, let's look at it, man. Let's talk about the big stuff here, man. John Cena versus Logan Paul. Singles match, right? Nothing's on stake here. There's no titles. No one's career is going to be on the line. Of course, this past Friday on SmackDown, which I know tomorrow, Friday, where they're going to be at SmackDown tomorrow. I don't know. I know it's the go-home show for the Clash in Paris pay-per-view, PLE. But this past Friday, if you follow me on TikTok, Into the Squared Circle Podcast on TikTok, highly suggest you follow me on TikTok, by the way. I always put what's going on, all shows. Oh, by the way, I'm going to put some AEW's ECW arena shows on TikTok, which we'll talk about it here on the show. But I posted that video of the original Netflix shot of Logan Paul attempting to give him a nice little uppercut in John Cena, and it was a pretty bad attempt to give him an uppercut because his fist was nowhere near the John Cena's face. So what WWE decided is, hey, we're gonna do a reshoot, right? We're gonna redo that spot, and we're gonna air it on the American television. So a lot of people got VPNs. A lot of people saw this a little early. So they're like, hey, that looks completely different from what the American televisions they're going to show on television. A whole completely different shot, right? They did the whole damn scene different. So if you see my TikTok place, you can see the original versus the redone shot of that segment. And in that segment, of course, nothing changed with Nick Aldis, which he came running out the we call it the locker room. Hey, John Cena. Brock Lesnar. He got cut off by Logan Paul. So what was originally Nick Aldis was going to tell John Cena about Brock Lesnar? Hey, Brock Lesnar is going to show up this coming Sunday. Be careful. Or hey, Brock Lesnar accepts your challenge. What was Nick Aldis ready to say to John Cena that bastard Logan Paul cut off John Cena by punching him? So make sure you think what's going to happen this coming Sunday afternoon over there in Paris. Will Brock Lesnar show up and get involved? But of course, there's a teaser, right? A teaser between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Not that it's been confirmed for WWE WrestlePalooza next month in Indianapolis, September 20th. And that's been a teaser. As I mentioned, if they're going to tease something, now be the time, right? Now be the time to send Brock Lesnar to Paris, get involved, either get involved in the middle of the match, or John Cena defeat Logan Paul, and Brock Lesnar comes out and have a face down and set something up for WrestlePalooza. There is a chance, right? And we'll get to AEW, which went down last night. AEW is already building their pay-per-view. They are already building all out. They already got a couple matches lined up. They ain't messing around because they have steep competition, right? AEW is all out versus WWE WrestlePalooza, September 20th, right? If you're going to build it, now is the time. You have to decide where you want your fans to go to. That's the interesting part right now. Right now, you need to convince the wrestling fans which show you want to watch. Now, I'm not sure if there's a specific time AEW wants to hop on their pay-per-view. Hey, we're going to start in the afternoon so we don't interfere with WrestlePalooza. Could WrestlePalooza counter-react at the time? Maybe both of them got the same time established. They're both going on 7 p.m. Central Time. We don't know. Maybe there is. I just haven't seen it yet. But AEW already got some big plans lined up, which we'll get to later on the show. But this is Clash in Paris, which means could John Cena defeat Logan Paul? But then could John Cena lose to Logan Paul and give him a little bit of that rub? You know what I'm saying? That could happen as well. Now, I'd rather pick John Cena to win. Just my personal pick. I don't like Logan Paul. Not a lot of people like Logan Paul, and I don't blame you. But I love John Cena, and I hope he defeats Logan Paul this coming Sunday. But makes you think Brock Lesnar is going to show up in Paris and ready to rumble. By the way, last Friday on SmackDown, I love that fan sign. You know, here come the pain. Remember that SmackDown with the Brock Lesnar photo on it back in 2000? I mean, you know, back in PlayStation 2 had the SmackDown games. Brock Lesnar was featured. I know I have the game here. I know I have it somewhere. I still have the original SmackDown games, like Raw versus SmackDown. And they have the all SmackDown games, right? And they have Brock Lesnar on the cover. It says, "Here come the pain." Someone had a sign that says, "Here come the piss." Come on, man. Come on, man. You guys are fucking brutal out there. Anyway, John Cena, that's my pick. What's going to happen afterwards? We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen this coming Sunday. All right. Fatal four-way match here for the World Heavyweight Championship match here. Seth freaking Rollins versus CM Punk versus Jey Uso versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. So it's going to be very, 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 very interesting how this is going to play out, man. Will CM Punk become the new world champion? There's a very slim chance. Do you see LA Knight or Jey Uso walk away as champion? Slim chances. All of them are world championship contenders. All of them are championship worthy. Do you see Seth Rollins walking out as big fat withers? There's a pretty good chance that Seth Rollins could walk away and retain as a big fat winner. Could the Seth Rollins cronies like Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker or the Shula Fala, what's his name? Fuck man, I forgot what his name. The Shula Fala, the original tribal thief. What's his name? Bronson Reed, right? He's going to be wrestling on the show later on, but could he get involved in this match, right? You makes you think there might be a little bit of interference to have Seth Rollins walk away as a big fat winner. There's a potential, right? I don't know, man. I don't know if there's a championship, I don't see a championship change in Paris. I'd be really, really shocked if there is a championship change going down in Paris. I'd be very shocked if that would happen. But I think Seth Rollins is going to retain somehow. Again, this past Monday on Raw, we've seen a little teaser of Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, man. They're not really really being cohorts. How you say cohorts? They're not at the very beginning, they were friendly with each other, giving each other flowers. After this past Friday, it makes you think, holy shit, man, these three guys are not going to help each other out, man. Every man for themselves. And Seth Rollins stepped away like, you know what, man, I'm not going to get involved in this mess. They're going to beat the shit out of each other. I think I'm going to be okay this coming Sunday. So, if these guys are not going to work with each other to take down Seth Rollins and, they dislike each other, that makes me believe maybe Seth Rollins, maybe Maybe we'll have some little bit of tag team work between Jay and CM Punk taking out Seth Rollins, or LA Knight teaming up with Punk for a tad bit. But something tells me Seth Rollins is going to walk away and retain, and maybe lead something down the road between Uso, Knight, or Punk. And maybe lead into WrestlePalooza. Maybe these guys will have a nice little feud. But I don't know. I think Rollins is going to retain the World Championship. That's my personal pick. Again, sound down in the comment section your thoughts, your opinions for this coming Sunday between either Cena and Paul or Rollins, Punk, Uso, and LA Knight. All right, up next, a good old-fashioned Donnie Brooks match. Anything goes, pretty much a no rules. They're in pairs, so what they're going to use? They're going to use a French hat and a wee. They're going to use a pan, a cooking pan. Oh, I don't know what they use on French. They're going to use cigarette lighters and start poking each other. I don't know what they're going to use. Good old-fashioned Donnybrook. Shillelagh. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to use. So I know they're going to beat the shit out of each other. We've seen this match numerous times at Raw. This match is probably not going to get my full attention, but if I had to guess, maybe Rusev will win. I don't know. I'm just spewing shit out of my ass. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably could be a least watch match on this card. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe Rusev's going to win. I don't know. All right. Singles match. Roman Reigns, acknowledge him. Put your fingers up, not this finger, versus Bronson Reed, the original tribal thief, the Shula Fala. Now, if Roman Reigns wins, hopefully he'll get his shoes back. I know that poor bastard's walking around in his socks or maybe sandals. Hopefully he can get his shoes back this coming Sunday. Hopefully he can knock down the big bad Bronson Reed. And, well, I don't know. It's my personal pick, Roman Reigns, and hopefully he'll walk away and get his Nikes back. All right. Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I know Nikki Bella has been making more appearances on WWE programming. Could Nikki Bella walk away as the Women's IC Champion? I don't know. It's not my personal pick. I think Becky Lynch is going to walk away retaining. And, well, yeah, that is it. Nothing to dispute about here. Nothing to argue about. I just don't see Nikki Bella walking away with the IC champion. Now, if she walks away as the Intercontinental Women's Championship, I'd be surprised. But I see Becky Lynch walking away retaining. So there we go. 5 matches total. You see right here. 5 matches here. And, yeah, man, that is it, man. 5 matches total. Clash in pairs. Good times overall. Yeah, man, that is it. So, all right, let's come back to me. Your thoughts on WWE Clash in Paris? Are you looking forward to watching this coming Sunday? If not, then, well, it's Labor Day weekend. And, all right, ECW Arena last night, AEW Dynamite. Did you enjoy it last night? I thought it was an interesting show last night. Hell yeah, man. And come on, man, you stupid computer. Here we go. So ECW last night. What do you thought about ECW Arena with AEW inside of the arena, man? I love the presentation last night. A hot crowd in Philadelphia, man. They don't give a fuck, man. No filter. It's the Philadelphia crowd in the ECW arena for an AEW television. I thought was pretty good, man. I love the entranceway. They had the we call that the cage fencing with just lights on it. And it looked pretty good, man. I love the small entrance for the AEW Dynamite last night at the ECW arena. It looks fantastic. By the way, they kicked off the show with FTR, man. FTR had a lot of heat. And look, man, we know they had a there were a lot of buzz on the internet between them and Jake Hagar with this Chris Van Fleet interview. I did listen to it. Yes, it caused a little bit of drama on the internet. Of course, FTR got a little involved in it online, just kind of dispute some things. I'm not sure if that kind of helped them out for their on-screen show last night. I love the FedEx guy. The FedEx guy in uniform was there. He probably clocked out and went straight to the fucking arena in a FedEx truck just to piss off at at FTR, cussing him out. That was great. FTR, man, fans were booing the hell out of him. Shut the fuck up and all that shit. That was great, man. I loved it. And eventually, Adam Copeland, Christian Cage came out, laid them out in the middle of the ring, and pretty much laid a challenge, man. Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, they want to face FTR September 20th. AEW's All Out in Toronto, up in Canada. How about that, man? They laid a challenge to kick off Dynamite last night, right off the bat. So, again, AEW's All Out September 20th. FTR, Adam Copeland versus FTR, which been the talks. Now we got a match challenge, right? We and by the way, Christian Cage explained why they're going to face them, right? So Adam Copeland scratched Christian Cage's back, right? He took care of his problem, which they took care of Kip Sabian and Killswitch this past Sunday at Forbidden Door. Now Christian Cage wants to scratch Adam Copeland's back by taking care of the FTR business. And now they want to have a match against them in Toronto, in their home country, at September 20th at AEW All Out. Now, that being said, we have a match, a marquee match. Could it be the main event? Possibly. They're going to be in Toronto. As I mentioned, they're going to go toe-to-toe with WWE WrestlePalooza, which nothing's been announced yet. Now, as I mentioned, during the Clash and Paris previews and prediction, could they lead to something between Cena and Lesnar, which that could be a big gut punch for AEW. Now, again, we have Cope and Christian versus FTR, which is a pretty good, strong tag team match. Now, afterwards, we had Darby Allin, who laid a challenge to face potentially Jon Moxley at All Out as well. He laid out a challenge by writing his blood on the wall. And Jon Moxley made a statement towards the very end of Dynamite, right? To close out the show. They beat the crap out of Darby Allin, Jon Moxley, and the Death Riders. Do we want this? Again, I don't know, man. Darby Allin versus Moxley. Darby Allin wants to end the Jon Moxley chaos once and for all. God bless him. God bless him if that does happen. But sound like he wants a challenge. What kind of match? I don't know. Could we get like a lights out, anything goes rules and All Out? Maybe. You know how Darby, he loves the pain. He loves the suffering. Jon Moxley loves blood. He loves the pain. He loves the suffering. Don't be surprised if you get some kind of hardcore match at AEW All Out. Don't be surprised. Now, that being said, Darby laid a challenge for Moxley at All Out. Could it be official? Maybe it is official, but that's another match add to All Out September 20th. So AEW, right off the bat, they try to book some couple matches right off the bat, right after AEW's Forbidden Door pay-per-view. So it's good to see that add up. As I mentioned, Darby Allin last night had a match against Claudio Castagnoli. Chairs, right? They had chairs, tables. They were beating the shit out of each other on the parking lot last night at the ECW arena. Darby Allin climbing up the ECW arena, the pillar poles and doing a coffin drop, which was just crazy. And eventually, Claudio Castagnoli picked up Darby Allin like a fireman and just chucked him like a dart into the announcer table. Just fucking insane, man. And what's the crazy part? After all the crazy shit they went through, putting Darby through a table, Darby put Claudio through a table, the chairs, Darby managed to win the match. And as I mentioned, the Death Riders of Moxley attacked him afterwards. But it's insane that Darby went through all that pain, all that suffering, wins the match, get his ass beat, and may lay down a chance between Moxley and Darby September 20th. So that being said, by the way, congrats to Taz. By the way, I heard Taz last night at the very end of the show may get a banner at the ECW arena. I guess get immortalized at the ECW arena, I guess. So congrats to him on that. But that being said, last night was a pretty hot crowd. That was pretty good to watch last night in Philadelphia. And I think they're going to be back there this coming Saturday for Collision for their residency. And yeah, man, looking forward to the build-up to AEW's All Out September 20th. As I mentioned, toe-to-toe to WWE's WrestlePalooza. So both shows, man, it's going to be, it's us, the fans, to decide which show we're going to decide. I mean, I'm going to be watching both shows back-to-back somehow, some way. But hey, man, both shows are going to try to get our attention. Which show is going to be built up? It's going to be red hot. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see the buildup between WWE and AEW leading up to September 20th between both shows. All right, that is it, my friends. We're going to wrap things up on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. And sound off, you're going to be watching WWE Clash in Paris this coming Sunday. If you're not, then enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there. Hopefully you guys enjoy your 3-day weekend. If not, then hopefully you're getting a holiday pay. And I'll talk to you guys post Clash in Paris some point this weekend. And if you're going to be out at System of a Down, which all right, I guess I'm not going to go. I guess I'm not going this Sunday. I guess they ran out of tickets for System of a Down this coming weekend, so I probably won't be there this weekend. Fuck, man. Anyway, I will be at the Allstate Arena September 5th next Friday, so I know I will confirm they'll be there. So if you happen to be there next Friday, September 5th, as my camera goes out, I promise the White Six won't show up. Anyway, that means I'm going to wrap things up. Have a great Thursday. Have a great Labor Day weekend. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.